So we have some 2025 rumours, but other things say that they're not confirmed. So let's look at two possible options for those not confirmed sets. First of all, let's look at a Nether Fortress. Now we have actually got a Nether Fortress before, like we have with the Pillager Outpost, and this one was a lot better than the Pillager Outpost did look. It was quite a while ago, but it looked quite nice. It was done really well, it had a nice gas minifigure, it had blazes, it had the full fortress and everything like that. But there was one thing that was a bit of a problem with it. We have the old minifigures. It's very hard to get a hand on now because of just how old it is and how it didn't sell as well. So, well, I think they need to update it. They could update it in many ways. Like I said with the Woodland Mansion, they could make it in different sets with different sections and connect them together. That would be really good as well. Even if it's in smaller sets, I'd still accept that. And also, we can get so many more minifigures now because we have new parts and stuff. We have new minifigures and new characters in general, such as the Hoglins or the Piglins, which we didn't have in the old one. And in that, we could also get an updated zombie piglin, which we don't have yet. So that would be a set that has the potential to bring in new stuff as well as updating old things. And also, this would be really cool because, well, it would be a combination of all the stuff we've got all together. They could quite easily make it a combination with stuff like a bit of Warped Forest, a bit of Crimson Forest, and different things like that. With all the minifigures they've brought into the Nether so far, they can make it a much larger set if they wanted to, but it would be really good. One thing they could do it similarly to is the End Ship Battle or the End Ship and Ender Dragon, where they could just feature a small part of the Nether Fortress and add a boss thing kind of thing. So they could add the Wither, say, even though that doesn't really come with the Nether Fortress. They could add a Ghast, update that, make it better. That's always an option. Blazes, all those sort of things. They could do any of that, have the blaze spawner and everything. So an updated one would be really cool, and doing something similar to the End Ship Battle would not be too bad of an idea. It doesn't have to be too big, but it can have all the minifigures you need in one set, and it just adds to the Nether collection, which is quite a small collection at the moment, although not as small as the End collection, because that's really small. So yeah, that would be a really good idea for LEGO. They could do it in different parts, they could add different minifigures, and add old ones, and update old ones, such as the Zombie Piglin, which I talked about before. They could update the Baby Hoglin, which they haven't done yet, although they have updated the other one, and it looks so much better, so that would be another thing they could do. So there's a lot of possibilities with this that just could be explored in 2025 or 2026, whatever they want to do, but I think it would work really well, it would look really good, and work really well with the kind of selection we have at the moment. Also going with the trends of 2024, bringing back old things. This would be really cool. I've even got comments saying that they should bring back the Nether Fortress because it's a great set. It's got some really cool stuff inside. It's a really cool natural structure. And next up, let's look at the Trial Chambers. Now the Trial Chambers have some really cool things in and lots of new things as well, such as new mobs, new items, and new things, new blocks and everything. So it'd be a great opportunity for LEGO to take. So let's talk about it. First up, new minifigures. First of all, you have the Breeze, which is a completely new mob for this thing, this whole natural structure. And this one probably might take a bit longer to be made because, well, it looks like it's a pretty difficult one to make in LEGO because of the way it's designed, with a lot of things around it and things like that. So, you know, that'll be a bit more difficult for LEGO to do. Maybe might take a bit longer. But another thing that is pretty similar to other minifigures is the Bogged. Now, this minifigure looks very similar to the likes of the Skeleton or the Stray, which are both already in LEGO Minecraft, so all they need to do is kind of remaster it a bit, and also use a similar cloak system to this Stray. So yeah, that could be pretty easy for LEGO to do, and looks quite realistic for them to do in the near future. Alongside that, we have things like the Breeze Rod, which is really easy, just a light blue pole thing, just a really short one. It's as easy as that for them to do. And a really cool item being the mace, which would look really cool in Lego as well, I think, with some great things like that in this Trial Chambers. I don't see the reason why Lego shouldn't do it. The mace looks really awesome, and I think I could see how they'd make it in Lego Minecraft. Seeing as they've done all the other tools, like the pickaxe, they all make them like a 2D style thing. They could probably quite easily do that with the mace as well for the Trial Chambers. And as well as that, you also have the things like the trial keys, the vaults, the ominous vault keys. There are so many different items and blocks to do as well. As well as that, you also have the trial spawner, so that's also really cool. There are so many new things in this. The vaults, they could quite easily make them slightly larger than life, or they could just use a block even and make little key things depending on how small they're planning to make them, or if they do make them in the first place. The trial spawner would look a bit larger than it does in the game, since they have done other spawners before, such as the spider spawner, the zombie spawner, in things like older sets. So yes, they have done spawners before. The trial spawner just has a few different things on it. And overall, the trial chambers look really cool with lots of different rooms and different things that they could build. They could do it in several different sets, and it could even make more revenue using the different sets, making more profit. Or they could make one large set containing lots of rooms and hallways from the trial chambers, depending on how they feel. The more likely option is smaller sets because, well, to be honest, they do not make very big sets in Lego Minecraft, let's be honest. But yes, obviously there are so many opportunities with the trial chambers, with loads of different mobs like the bogged and the breeze. There's so much to do, so many new items like the mace or the trial keys and everything like that. There is just a lot to do with the trial chambers that Lego still hasn't done, but they've not had much time to do it, so I trust that they can. When we think about it, back in 2023 we did get the Warden pretty quickly with the Deep Dark, and they did it pretty well. Although some of the minifigures seemed a tad bit rushed, we might find that with the Trial Chambers if they decide to make it next year. But if they don't, then it is what it is, and we might get an even better quality Trial Chambers in the future. A bit like we have with the End Ship, it's been really good quality and not rushed at all. So those were two of the not confirmed sets that we could be getting in 2025. Let's see where this goes. I really hope you enjoyed. You can subscribe up there. There is another video down there. Really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.